इस वीडियो को हिंदी भाषा में देखने के लिए सेटिंग्स में जाकर हिंदी ऑडियो चुनें।
तो आज मैं व्लॉगिंग करने वाला हूँ अपने 2 दिन की शादी में।
आपकी शादी
तो
है? अपनी 2 दिन की शादी में?
प्रज्ञा मासी की शादी में। बाय। कैसे लग रहा है आपको?
बहुत बढ़िया, बहुत अच्छा लग
आपको
रहा
नहीं
है।
लगता कैसे होगी शादी?
हैं, बहुत बढ़िया होगी। सब मजे करेंगे, डांस करेंगे, एंजॉय करेंगे, बहुत अच्छी होगी।
ठीक है, थैंक यू।
Namaskar and welcome back to Simplify Your Space. As I mentioned in my previous video, I traveled to Delhi to attend my cousin's wedding. I had shared the packing video for this wedding trip with you all last week. If you haven't watched it yet, you will find the link in the description box and on the I button. Today I'm sharing a few memories from my Delhi trip along with my routine after returning back to Bangalore. Our flight was late at night and surprisingly the airport was almost empty. I have rarely seen an airport this calm. There was a strange kind of silence, almost like time had slowed down for a bit. Even the flight was almost empty, hardly 30 to 40 people on board. And it still feels unreal how everything changed within just 4-5 days. What airports looked like on the 4th and 5th December, that's something we all remember very clearly. When we reached Delhi, my younger sister and I were the first to arrive at the wedding house. And the moment we stepped inside, the house filled up with laughter, noise and excitement. घर की शादी का experience felt extra special, beautiful, exciting and slightly overwhelming too. Everyone was working together, helping, planning, running around, but also laughing, teasing and enjoying every bit of it. Our nights were spent rehearsing performances. We danced, we sang, we got tired, and the next morning we were back again preparing for another function. The tiredness was real, but so was the excitement. My younger sister Charu also happened to be our makeup artist. Except for the bride's engagement and wedding makeup, she did all the other looks, including mine. And she did a fabulous job. Having a sister as a Mua also came with an unexpected bonus. It saved me quite a bit of money. I don't have proper videos of the makeup sessions, but short clips and pictures speak for themselves. Every look was created with so much patience, care and love. And if you're ever looking for a makeup artist in Delhi or NCR, you can definitely check out her work. Her Instagram handle is on the screen and I've shared the link in the description box as well. Wedding functions, the rituals, songs, dances and the rhythm of the dhol, even if only for a few days, transport us into another world altogether. For a brief while, our regular lives pause, responsibilities fade into the background and we simply exist in the present. We danced everywhere, at home, during the haldi and mehndi, to the dhol, to the DJ and even on stage. Whether we knew the steps or not, it did not matter. We danced just to feel happy. All the functions went beautifully, exactly the way we had imagined. And just like that, my cousin got married and left to begin a new life with her partner. I truly hope her journey ahead is filled with love, happiness and togetherness. It's been 13 years since my own marriage, and this year we celebrated our anniversary in Delhi, surrounded by family. And the very next day, we packed our bags and returned home carrying memories forever. We are now back to our regular lives, and those beautiful moments live on through pictures and videos. I've shared a few wedding pictures and our dance performance video on my Instagram. You will find the links to the stories and post in the description box. For more life updates and Simplify Your Space reels, don't forget to follow us on Instagram. After coming back, I quickly finished most of the unpacking the very same day. I had put all the toiletries, makeup, shoes, etc. back in their places. I also did some quick dusting and changed the bed sheets. Today I am starting with the remaining work. By the time I actually started working, it was almost afternoon. Because our Indigo flight got cancelled, we had to stay in Delhi for 2 extra days. So once we were back home, I had to jump straight into work without getting any proper rest. My son has gone to school and my husband is at the office. My house help, who has been on leave for the last 1.5 months, was supposed to join back this week, but she couldn't. So I will have to continue managing all the household work by myself. Hopefully she'll be back by next week. So I've started with my task. First I switched on the robo vacuum cleaner. The house was mostly clean, just a little dusty, which this will take care of. Once the sweeping is done, I will mop the floors. I have also quickly put all the dirty clothes into the washing machine for laundry. Along with that, I have put last night's and this morning's dirty dishes in the dishwasher. While the clothes are getting washed and the dishes are being cleaned, I will finish the rest of the work. Someone had asked me why I don't put the pressure cooker lid in the dishwasher. Actually, it can go in, but this Hawkins pressure cooker lid has a part made of aluminium. Whenever I put it in the dishwasher, it starts getting damaged. If the lid is completely stainless steel, you can safely put it in the dishwasher. Also, non-stick utensils and wooden utensils should not be washed in the dishwasher as they tend to get damaged. Those are always better washed manually. Recently, I discovered a very useful and amazing way to use this brush. It works really well for cleaning stubborn stains, like dal stains stuck on the pressure cooker lid, cooked vegetable residue stuck on the bottom of kadhai, and dry tea or milk stains that settle on the sides of the tea vessels. These stains don't come off easily with the regular sponge. And with metal scrubbers, food often gets stuck inside the scrubber itself, making it difficult to clean later. There is also always a risk of hurting or scraping your hands. But with this brush, you can easily remove all these stubborn layers quickly and comfortably. After that, you just need to go over it once with the normal sponge. Cleaning the brush itself is also very easy, so there is no extra hassle. I would definitely recommend trying this little hack. I personally found this brush very effective and it has given a lot of relief to my hands. The robo vacuum cleaner has already cleaned 2 rooms, so I will start mopping alongside. You might be noticing that all the planters look empty right now. After coming back from the trip, I shifted all the plants to the balcony so they could get some sunlight. Before leaving for the trip, I had already kept some plants outside and the sunlight sensitive ones were placed near the door so they wouldn't get exposed to harsh sunlight all at once. Cleaning is done and now I will take a quick shower and freshen up. By then the laundry will also be done. The clothes are already washed, so I will put them into the dryer to dry. All the luggage has been emptied now. I will just wrap it properly and store it in the loft. All packing cubes and travel pouches are going into one bag and I will keep the bag along with the luggage in the loft itself. A few of these pouches had gotten dirty, so I washed them in the washing machine earlier. Next, I am organizing all the jewelry properly. This is mostly wedding and special occasion jewelry. Jewelry sets, big jhumkas, bangles and similar pieces, which are not used very often. So I prefer storing them neatly in jewelry bags with individual pockets. These zipper jewelry pouches are really helpful for keeping jewelry segregated and organized. They help maintain the shine and also prevent the pieces from getting mixed up or damaged. All the travel luggage and packing cubes are now stored away in the loft. It honestly feels like such a big task has finally been completed. We didn't really use our winter wear much because it wasn't very cold there at that time. So all the sweaters and jackets that I had carried are now going back into the winter wear storage box and will be stored away. These are all the clothes that we wore for the wedding functions. They need to dry clean first, so I'm keeping them together in one bag. Whenever I step out next, I will drop this bag at the dry cleaner. I received a lot of comments on Instagram asking for outfit details, so I thought I would quickly share them here. The yellow sharara set that I wore for Haldi function is one of my favorites. It's absolutely beautiful. I picked it up from Soch Commercial Street, Bangalore. The lehenga that I wore for engagement function is very pretty and lightweight. I bought it from Libas store at Lajpat Nagar Market in Delhi. And the Banarsi lehenga that I wore on the wedding day was from Mohe by Manyavar, Commercial Street, Bangalore. Most branded stores have almost 70% similar collection across different cities. So if you're interested, you can easily check them out in your nearest store as well. Here I want to share a personal story with you. At the time of our marriage, we were going through a phase where we were quite tight on budget. We were about to start a new life in Mumbai, which meant setting up a new home and managing many necessary expenses. So, saving money and staying within our means was our topmost priority. Because of this, my husband and I took a decision, even if it meant going against family opinions, to keep our spending on wedding clothes minimal. That's why we did not even buy our wedding outfits. In Delhi, there are rental services where you can take wedding clothes on rent, so we chose to rent our wedding outfits at very reasonable prices. This decision gave us the flexibility to spend on other important areas without taking any loans, borrowing money, or going over budget. The idea was very simple: to live and celebrate strictly within our means. And even today, we both feel very proud of that decision. Now, years later, with reasonable stability and affordability at hand, I did buy a few fancy outfits for my cousin's wedding. And I genuinely enjoyed the process of buying them. The message is simple: when we spend within our means, life remains balanced and peaceful. Overspending to show off when we cannot afford it only makes life stressful and difficult to manage. Luxury spends should always come later, only when you are truly financially ready and comfortable. That's all for today's video. While doing all the housework, I did not even realize that it's almost 2:30 p.m. I'm quite hungry now, so I'll quickly make lunch. Since it's winter, some garam paranthas sound perfect, and they'll be ready quickly too. I hope you enjoyed watching this video. If you did, please don't forget to like and share it. Subscribe to Simplify Your Space for more videos like this. I'll see you all next week. Till then, happy homemaking from Simplify Your Space. Bye bye.